Going live. Super excited. I'm super excited going live for the first time on this channel. I haven't had too much practice, and I apologize if I might say just apologize in advance. I promise you guys I'm going to work on it and keep getting better. And but more than anything, I'm just thankful for y'all guys to just log on and just follow my journey, man. Like, for those that don't know me, I know I have a couple people. So this video is right now is being broadcast on different platforms right now. I am live, but I'm also live on Facebook. But the main channel. So if you're not on YouTube, please, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Kick, if you happen to be on Instagram right now, I'm only going to be on those platforms for maybe the next few minutes. Letting everybody know that I'm live right now on YouTube. So just come over. I'm using those other platforms mostly to advertise myself and put, just get more eyes on myself, whatever the case might be. But yeah, but all the main content where I'm going to be answering questions, where I'll be able to talk to people, people be able to reach out to me. It'll be mostly done on YouTube. It will not be done on Facebook. Those platforms are just strictly for people to discover me and help people discover me. Yeah, let's get to it. Like, if you meet me for the first time, welcome. Appreciate y'all guys for even staying on. And yeah, like 2025 has been a long year. I'm only a few days away from turning 41. Super proud, 41 young. Yeah, man, just been rough, been a lot of ups and downs. I know that originally I wanted to start my YouTube channel back in back in the beginning of 2025, but due to circumstances, didn't allow me to actually be able to record, be consistent, be able to drop a video every day. And some of the reasons I was inconsistent is because I was fighting a long battle. Of depression, and through the grace of God, I have definitely been able to overcome that. I have, for people that don't know me, I spent the last 7-8 years fighting to get custody of my daughter, and once again, through the grace of God, I have been able to get full custody of my daughter. It literally just happened a couple days ago, where my daughter's now 15 years old. Maybe in a later time, maybe she'll be a little more comfortable talking about it, be able to come on my channel and kind of, we can, kind of have more conversation for fathers that are actually going through that, trying to get the custody of their kids. Hear my perspective, hear my daughter's perspective. That's maybe something that we'll probably do in the future once she feels more comfortable. I definitely would love to be able to share that, part of my life with, everyone that's part of the gang. And because I don't want to call people followers. I think that's like a weird way of describing people that you're trying to connect with. So I don't guess anyone that becomes part of the journey, anyone that actually kind of like becomes part of the gang, I rather call it gang. That's more like family, like more of a family situation. Not necessarily like a real gang, but just something that we can build and learn from one another. So yeah, so like I said, I was fighting depression. I was fighting trying to get custody of my daughter. In the midst of this, I've been in business. I've been in business. I'm still in business for 8 years, and within all that, I also have a business partner. So I had a lot of ups and downs, and this year has been extremely rough when it comes to business. So, and on top of that, I was still working on. I also had a property that I was working on, trying to fix, get it rented out, and everything like that. So all this was going on. So it became extremely hard for me to be consistent in recording videos and editing, which I'm not really good at it. I'm not really good on just recording, but that's something that now that my daughter's with me, maybe she can help me. She loves doing this kind of stuff. But this particular video, like I said, I'm broadcasting it just to get more eyes on me. So like I said, if y'all guys are just logging in for the first time and you're over there on Facebook, I see y'all guys over there on Facebook logging in and liking my videos. Definitely all the information is in the bio. I'm sorry, not in the bio, that's on Instagram. Is in the bottom. Just follow me on YouTube, and on YouTube is gonna be the main place where I put all my content, all my information. I put everything on. Anything about me it'll be on YouTube. Like I said, my goal is to keep getting better, be able to drop these videos every day. Just continue to go live, and I like the idea of going live versus trying to make a video and edit it. This is raw, uncut. I really don't have time to be cutting and all that stuff. So if you one of those individuals that like to see videos that are clean and more polished, this is not going to be the channel. This channel is going to be strictly about getting to know me, my overcoming of being burnt out from everything I've dealt with, from business, from the city I've been in for the last 7-8 years, Philadelphia. Been here my whole life, but it was a period of time that I wasn't living in Philadelphia. So this is definitely going to be a channel where this particular channel is going to be getting to know who I am, pretty much just kind of follow my business ideas, and like where people can actually connect with me if they just want to just talk. Sometimes we just need somebody to be able to just talk with. So I'm still trying to set up my YouTube where people can be able to call me and we can just bust it up, talk, ask me questions. I'm going to try to record as much as possible from every day what I'm doing to just get over what I had to do to get over like just being depressed, extremely depressed. Because when I was going through my depression, like I said, my depression really originally started during pandemic. The reason being is because one, I started losing a lot of business, a lot of my clients. So I'm in the home healthcare industry. So a lot of my clients started dying off due to being cold, getting the cold or whatever. At that time, I was trying to get married to the girl I was with for maybe like at that point I was together for like 7 years, and we was working on getting married, and we had just bought a house in Ohio, and things just started just falling apart. To be honest with you, things been falling apart. It was around the time that my daughter wound up leaving and going back to her mom. It was around a time where it was so uncertain. We didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if we was going to still be in business. I didn't know if we was even going to survive, to be honest with you. And that was a scary time for a lot of us. Fast forward through today, like I said, I fell into real deep depression, and a lot of things wasn't going my way, and I don't want to say I was living homeless, but I was kind of living, I was couch surfing in my mom's house. Here I am making good money in business, still thriving in business, and at that particular time, I couldn't figure out why. Why did I feel like that? And a lot of it had to do because I started during the ups of me climbing, I began to separate myself from a spiritual place. I stopped praying every day. I had stopped just worshiping the Lord, and I found myself in a situation where I felt like I got there, kind of like I began to separate myself. I know I'm all over the place, but there's a little bit of who I am. I jump from subject to subject. If that's not what you like, this is not the channel for you. My channel is going to be, this channel is strictly for people to connect and understand, where we can talk about different things and be open-minded, be respectful. There's going to be time when my daughter will be on here, so I definitely expect y'all guys to be respectful, because if not, you can just leave. There's not I'm not looking for to become rich off of this. I'm just trying to connect with people and see what opportunities are out there. And and one of the best way that helped me get over my depression was just being able to find different groups where I was able to talk to different men and go from there. And now I want to do the same for others. I want to be able to not only help people if they are going through depression, give them some advice. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, but like I went through it myself. If someone's trying to get into business, I'm not a lawyer, but I can show proof that I've also been in business for 8 years, and I have had successful. Out of the 8, I would say I had 7 very successful, and this year has been ups and downs, but it's still rolling, just not making the type of money I once was, and that's okay, and that's okay because I learned a lot, what I should have done and what I didn't do, and these are things that moving forward I'm going to be talking about in my channel. I'll be going to be talking about some of the mistakes I did in the future, and what some of the mistakes I made in the past with my business, and moving into this new company that I'm putting together right now, is to make sure that I don't make those same mistakes, make sure that I have the right system put in place to help me so I won't just be burnt out like I was and have been. And but now, like I said, I'm excited about this new 2026. I'm not even thinking about 2025 and everything I went through. I know we have 30 days before we move into 2026. And my focus for the next 30 days is just pretty much start putting a plan together for 2026. What it's going to look like, what it's going to be. Now, I will say in the future, because I can't put everything I do in one channel. I could, but I want to confuse people because this, like I said, this channel, it's going to be my main channel. It's going to be the channel that people get to know me, get to know my ideas, get to know what I'm trying to do. My other channel that's going to be linked onto is going to be my cooking channel, which I have over 20 years of cooking. I worked at a hospital. If you're in the Philadelphia area, then you might be familiar with the St. Christopher's Hospital. I actually was a chef there. I was out of 22 years of working there. I want to say the last 12 years I worked as, from a chef assistant. One of the greatest chefs that I definitely can honestly say, Luciano Figueroa. This man, phenomenal chef. He studied out in France. He went to France to study out there. Just phenomenal. Just man, this guy has some great techniques. And believe it or not, I also worked with Sodessa, which ran the kitchen at one point. So we always had different chefs coming in. So I have a lot of experience in the kitchen. So I want to be able to showcase. I want to be able to showcase that in the channel, like just pretty much putting different meals together. Like I said, that might not be for everybody, but those that, for those men that don't know how to cook, for those men that don't really understand, how important it is to nourish your body versus going to a Chick-fil-A every day or every other day, or a McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be one of my ideas. But pretty much, like I said, man, like I appreciate everyone. I see you, cousin. I see you over there on Facebook, cousin. Come over to come over and log into YouTube. I'm on YouTube now. Just go ahead, log off of Facebook and come over to YouTube. Log off of Facebook and come over to YouTube. So there's, like I said, this is where the main place where I'm gonna be, just putting all my information, all my videos. I ain't gonna broadcast some of it, but majority of it is just gonna be on YouTube. This is my first video on this channel. This is my first time going live. Like I said, super excited. And those that are just coming in, this channel is gonna be mostly about. I am going to have multiple channels as I grow and get better with digital marketing and get better with, and these are things I'm going to share. my struggle going into 2026, my ups, my downs, my goals, my dream. These are the things that, like different niches I want to get into. If y'all guys even have even some opportunities, like, hey, just put in the comments, say, hey, hey Kenney, just hey Kenney, or just put, hey Kenney, hey family, I think this would be a great opportunity. I'm in Florida. My goal is to originally go into Florida and start boating and get into boating, get my license, my captain license at some point 2026. That's going to be one of the goals, to go down there. If you're into overlanding, I'm definitely trying to figure out how I can get into overlanding. So if you're into overlanding and you have some ideas, I'm definitely looking at a Ford 350. What is that? Ford E350. I like old school one, not a new one that I can buy for $1,800, and just kind of just do a few things where it allow me to do some overland, and while doing overlanding, or even outdoor camping, I'll be able to get my license. And some of those, and I won't put all those videos in on this particular channel. What I'm planning to do is just kind of spread them out. Have one channel that is all about my overland adventures, one channel about getting the boat license and the process I went through it, and how I became a boat captain, and to even starting a business with that. See how successful it's going to be or not. Only time will tell. I'm also thinking about getting into affiliate market, where maybe put some products out. Like I said, this whole idea of going, just being able to go live and be able to talk to people and connect. Definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully my videos get better. So I'm not going to be live here too long. So I know I'm on my way to do some things. I just wanted to stop. I just wanted to get on here, jump on here, and just kind of introduce myself. My name is Kenney. For those that don't know me, this channel is going to strictly about just things that I've gone through in 2024. Even though I'm over 2025. Even though I'm over this year, I'm more focused on 2026. But I still want to talk, because it was a really impactful year. Am I saying it right? Well, anyway, if I didn't say it right, you can roast me in the comments. I give you permission. But this year has been rough. It's been ups and downs, and going through 2026, it's just more of a restart. I just want to hit a restart button in my life and just kind of build something new, a new business, multiple business avenues, because obviously we're going into a rough year in 2026, and it's only rough if you say it's rough, but according to the news and everything like that, I guess 2026 is going to be pretty rough. So I want to be able to just record everything. I want to be able to record how my year, so when at the end of the year I can look back and say, okay, I did well, I didn't do good here. But more important, like I said, I'm looking into having a designated, my channel's going to have at some point in the future, near future, I'm planning on having where people can actually jump on, call me, we can have conversation, and just pick each other's brain when it comes to opportunities. And if you happen to be in the Florida area, that's somewhere where I'm planning to move, maybe y'all can help me with some advice, tell me where's the best place to live, best place to get your if you're into boating, maybe you can tell me some ideas or kind of give me some guidance. And that's why I'm on here. So I'm here for guidance, I'm here to guide, I'm here to be a vessel, God's vessel, and do his work. You know what I mean? Like wherever he wants me to do on this platform, then that's where I'm out here to do. And if you with it, and that's something you wanna be part of the family and grow and continue to move forward, and we can all hold each other accountable for, and say, hey, listen, Kenney, you say every Sunday, whatever day I decide that you was gonna be here, you was gonna commit 1 hour. And for those that don't have, they just want to be able to just jump on and just talk and just kind of have that time to just, just have conversation. That's my goal. It's going, my goal is on every Sunday for like an hour or two, and just be able to just get on there and just talk to people, and just, maybe we can just have conversation, for those that don't have anybody, for those that just want to be able to talk, because sometimes we need that, man. We live in a wicked world right now. We're living in times where, we can't even communicate with our families. We can't communicate with our close friends. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where I'm hoping that, I really am hoping that this channel, if I can help at least one person, if my goal is to help one person, if my goal is to be able to help one person, just be able to just know that, like, hey, you know what? I'm looking forward to every Sunday to be able to call Kenney, because I know that I got that. I know that right now I'm in a dark space, because you know what? When I was going through my dark space, it was a period of time where I didn't have that. I didn't have no one to talk to. I couldn't talk to no one. I had no one to talk to. So it was eating me up even more. And there was times where, I found myself in an extremely dark place. But I knew that I still had to go to work. I knew I still had to do things. And it was like, once I left my house, I had to put a different mask on. Once I came home, it was just very dark place. And it led me to think about doing some bad things. Through the grace of God, like, he really, really put that light in front of me. And not only did he put the light in front of me, but he allowed me to like to get out of that dark space. And I just want to share that with people. I just want to be able to talk to people. And like I said, I just want to be able, this particular channel, like I said, I'm broadcasting it in multiple platforms. So right now, this is being broadcast on multiple platforms. And the idea is for me to really be on YouTube, because it's easier for me to be on YouTube. It's going to be easier for me to set up my platform the way I want to set it up on YouTube versus on anywhere else. But those other platforms are really going to be used mostly to be discovered and have people come over. So if you on one of those other platforms, I definitely appreciate y'all likes over there. I definitely appreciate y'all comments, because that will help me even reach a bigger audience. So, and that's more work that we're doing, together. But personally, I really, really prefer to build my YouTube channel. That's where, because it allows me to do more long content, long content, whatever it's called. I'm not sure exactly the proper terminology. If you know it, please put it in the comments. But yeah, man, love y'all guys. Thank you. Like I said, that was just a quick introduction. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm on here. I'm live. I couldn't do the live on YouTube from directly from YouTube, so I had to go through a bunch of mess and create this new platform where it allows me to broadcast from my phone, because I don't have a computer. I have a computer, but it's not the best computer. But I do have a phone, so I just wanted to be on my phone. What this particular app allows me to do is allows me to broadcast all in one shot using my phone. So it works out. Hopefully, hopefully things can get better. Hopefully, I know for a fact these videos gonna get better. They're gonna become more exciting. So definitely subscribe to if you on YouTube, if you guys are following me from Facebook, please come over to YouTube. Hit the subscribe and comment. Don't be shy. If you want to roast me on my first video, roast me. It's okay. I'm okay with you roasting me. If you happen to be on Kick, yeah. I'm looking at the comments right now on Kick, and y'all crazy over there. Come over here. Bring that love on this. Bring that love. Keep those negative energy over there. But the people that really want to support and really want to grow with me, come over here. Come to YouTube. If you happen to be over on Instagram or TikTok, and you follow me on TikTok Live. It's hard to comment on it because I only have a certain amount that I can comment from this particular app I'm using. Just go ahead and come from TikTok and come back on YouTube. Come from all these different platforms I'm on. Just come and follow me on YouTube. The goal is that every Sunday, that's the goal. I haven't fully set it up yet, but it will be fully set up. The goal is that every Sunday, I'm trying to set it up where people can go on. I can send you a link for free. Send you a link, and you'll be able to call me, and we can record it, and we can just bust it up. We can have, whatever you want to talk about. But always keep in mind, keep it PG. My daughter do watch these videos, out of respect. If you just want to just vent, I'm here to listen to you. Like I said, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be a doctor. I don't claim to be a therapist. I don't claim to be a healer. I don't claim to be anything. All I claim to be is Kenney from Philly that's tired of being in the situation I'm in. And I just want to be able to record this whole journey. And, if you try and move to Philly, I can give you some advice about Philly, what areas to move to Philly, where you should, where it really is in Philly. And maybe that's something that we can talk about tomorrow. I could probably make a video tomorrow. Just talking about Philly, why, and how. So, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all guys. Love y'all guys. Thanks for the support, and thank you for the funny comments as well. I get it. This is my first video on this channel, so it's only gonna get better. And as long as I stay consistent, I don't. Like, if you want to call on Sunday and just say whatever, then we can call and say whatever. But definitely appreciate the support, man. Thank y'all. Love y'all. I'm out.